What's up, y'all? Knight's Edge here again. Got another really cool little review for a really cool little knife. Pretty neat one. Until I made this, I got this one a trade with Mr. Eddie. Traded some other knives with him for this one, and I really like it. I'm not at all disappointed. It's a pretty cool little knife. But before I get into it, check out my Patreon. If you're not a member of it already, I'd really appreciate it if you join. It's I think the tiers start at like $1.99 or $2.99 a month. They're all the same. Try to just do a little bit of extra content on there. And to everyone that is on there, I appreciate it. If you're not, and you don't, you can't afford it, you just don't want to, that's fine too. It's just something that's there to help support the channel. Everything does go towards the channel, knives, shipping, stuff like that. Trying to get up to the point where I can pay for shipping at this point. But yeah, and if you're not subscribed already, and if you want to hear me ramble more about random stuff, knives, whatever, hit the subscribe button, like the video, much appreciated. So without further ado, this is the Microtech, as you can tell, all right, by the size of it. It is not the Scarab. It's not the Combat Trudon. This one is the Microtech UTX-70. Really, really neat little knife. And all American made, of course, just like almost all Microtechs are. I think all their OTFs, as a matter of fact, are American made, here in the US. And pretty cool one. This is the Bounty Hunter edition, based off of Boba Fett, Bounty Hunter off of Star Wars. It's colored like that, so that's pretty neat. A little close-up of it there. That's your serial number, your Mandalorian symbol, 10/23. That's the born on date, when it was made. Microtech. Pretty cool little knife. It's basically a scaled down version of the Microtech Ultratech. So let's go ahead and get into the specs. We'll get through that real quick here. Kind of hard to make it lean a certain way whenever I'm measuring it. Alright, so overall length deployed, you are looking at 5 3/8. No, longer than that. 5 5/8 if you go to the end of the knife. 5 3, little hair over 5 3/4 if you go to the end of the glass breaker there. Blade length, you're looking at overall blade length right at 2 3/8 of an inch, and sharpened blade length, you're looking right at 2 1/4. So pretty small little knife. Legal in a lot of places that longer blades wouldn't be legal, but also bear in mind it isn't automatic, so definitely look up your local knife laws and don't listen to me, for sure. But these are probably illegal in some places, and they made it smaller. It's one of the reasons they have such a scaled down version of the Ultratech, is because it is, it does make it legal, more legal, so a little more legal in some places. So thickest part of the spine, you're looking at 79 thousandths, and behind the edge you're looking at 19 thousandths there. Handle thickness on this, a little over 0.3 of an inch. Not especially thick or thin when compared to the size of it, so not a bad size either way. So let's go ahead and do some size comparisons here. We'll get out another American made knife, Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and another American made knife, Spyderco Para 3. Alright, so you can see it's smaller than the Para 3, and most definitely smaller than the PM2 for sure. Got the Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 and the Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. So you can see right there, smaller than both. Good rule of thumb, if you want to, if I do size comparisons too quick, you're watching it and you're really curious about the size, between the ones I'm doing comparisons with, you can always just pause it, the video while I've got those up, if anyone is curious about that. But There's the Ritter Hogue RSK MK1, Hogue Deca, you know, obviously larger or smaller than both of those as well. All right, so let's do it up against two of its brothers, its big brothers. You're looking at the Microtech Dirac Delta, which is comically larger, right, than the UTX-70. And this is a UTX-70, and this is the UTX-100, right, because this is 70% of this. This is Ultratech. This is the original version, the full-size version, right, that the UTX is based off of. It's a 70% size of this one. As you can tell, you know, Ultratech a lot larger for sure. Definitely, you know, a lot more cutting edge, a lot more weight. All right, put those up. Got the size comparisons, the measurements, calibers. Let's go ahead and go with the weight. See what this little guy weighs. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking, shoot, probably like 1.8 would be my guess. Good Lord, 1.2. All right. Yeah, it is really light, just over an ounce, you know. So essentially a non-factor in any scenario as far as weight goes. Now let's see how this thing carries. It's got the same style of clip as most of the older Microtech out the fronts do, you know. Not too bad, not too much showing, still not a deep carry clip. You got that big glass breaker poking out there, which they'd change that, which they have in the newer, a lot of the newer ones, I don't think in the UTX, but and a lot of the newer ones have like a smaller, more inline glass breaker and a rollerball kind of pocket clip. But really not bad. I mean, it goes in and out the pocket fine. It's not hard to get in, and it stays in there, and it's not especially hard to get out. So the hardware on it is proprietary. So you'll need to buy the tool, the bit from Microtech, $25-30, I think, if you want to get inside this thing. And if you do that, they'll probably void your warranty too. So just be aware of that. They are moving, it seems, to more customer friendly, I guess you could say, mod friendly, cleaning, maintenance friendly knives, where they do T8s, you know, Torx bits, where you can take them apart. But you know, this one and a lot of the other ones, you know, that's the Ultratech, that's the Dirac Delta. So yeah, a lot of them have the proprietary stuff. So just be aware of that, you know, when purchasing it. The action on this thing is really good, man. This thing is surprisingly smooth, extremely reliable. I have fired this thing hundreds of times. Have never, not one time, had it fail at all. As soon as you push it up, it comes out. As soon as you pull it back, it goes back. Super reliable. And because of the size of it, I think it is a lot more comfortable than the Ultratech. I think the Ultratech's not too bad, but you know, like this one's one of the older versions of the Ultratech, without the new smooth chassis and all that stuff. So yeah, you can definitely, you know, after a while, your thumb will kind of get sore opening and closing that thing for sure. This is a little different, you know, smaller switch, smaller chassis, smaller everything on it. So not as much of a workout on your thumb. It does have an aluminum frame. Really nice, you know, and I pointed out earlier the kind of Boba Fett, Star Wars, bounty hunter theme on this one. I think it's pretty neat, you know, that kind of stressed aluminum or stressed green, apocalyptic, bounty hunter, or whatever you want to call it, finish. You know, got those scratches kind of etched into it. You know, whenever you get it, it does look kind of worn and torn, like a old bounty hunter's outfit or something. And you've got little Easter egg symbols like that hidden all over this thing, you know, the Mandalorian thing right there, you know, the the color contrast from the orange, the burnt kind of orange, to the darker green or tealish kind of, you know, whatever color that is, of Boba Fett's outfit. So that's pretty cool. You know, pointed out earlier, you got the glass breaker right there, and I'm sure it probably works pretty good. You know, it's got a tungsten tip on it. Looks like it works pretty good. The blade, this one, they do make them in various blade shapes. I'm going to have it linked down below also. It's going to be one of my affiliate links, BladeHQ. I don't believe this one is in stock, but they have a lot of UTX-70s in stock right now. They run around 300 or so, which is not, you know, too bad for what you're getting. But, you know, I mean, I think they could probably drop the price. They probably never will because they sell like crazy. But, yeah, $300 for this. I mean, it is all American made, reliable, OTF. So, you know, keep that in mind. And then plus it, you know, it does look like a lot of work went into kind of like all the little details of it. You know, it still has the same ridges, jimping, if you will, of the Ultratech. Kind of the same little ridges, and the switch right there, same shape, everything like that. So that's pretty cool. Blade shape. This one is, I believe this is M390. I'm almost positive. I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. I don't see it anywhere on here. I think this is M390. This is not billboarded out like the Ultratech is. Might have to, you know, point that out. There's no billboarding at all on this thing. It is all hidden. So that's something, you know, that's definitely a good thing. And it's it'd be a smaller billboard. It'd be more like a road sign than a billboard, right? But yeah, this thing's just really neat. You know, I really like that fuller. You know, they kind of darkened it along that fuller with the kind of stonewashed gray, maybe even like apocalyptic finish on that, and that's pretty cool. I like the way that looks. And it slices. I mean, this thing cuts, you know, and it pokes. It is pointy. It is pokey. It is pointy. It will slice. It will cut. So, yeah. Anyway, I think it's a good little knife, you know, like you know, you're going to throw it in the ashtray or the center console or whatever in your truck. Maybe even rig up like a keychain to it somehow. Something like that, you know. I think it would be really good for that. Fifth pocket, you know, I think it would fit in the fifth pocket. I'm pretty sure it's not too long. You know, it would be good for that also, you know, or a desk knife or something like that too. It is kind of fidgety, right? But anyway, that's it pretty much, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate everybody that is a member of the Patreon. Appreciate everybody that's liked the videos and subscribed to the channel. It helps out a whole lot. And I will have this link down below. Have the affiliate link down below, BladeHQ. If you want to check it out, the affiliate links do help the channel. It's up to you if you want to use them or not. But if you do, I appreciate it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys on the next one.